Hello there, boys and girls. Let me take you back to a better day. Think all the way back to match 4. We played against a Pro Elf team piloted by ApostateCourier called the Seattle Shadows. And they're back. This is match 26.
Yeah, they're back. I liked,
that was a fun game.
Did well.
If you'll remember, I think I won that game like 5-0, and the dice were just awful, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Apostate did not see a die above 4.
No. So, this will actually be kind of interesting because we were both like a relatively fresh team, and we're now both above 2,000 TV, which is kind of a rarity for elves. So, I think it'll be kind of cool to compare and contrast as we go down the roster here.
But her team's terrifying.
Yeah, there are a couple noticeable differences. Phantom specifically, but starting with the Blitzers are actually pretty standard. They both have blodge, they both have tackle, and they both have diving tackle, and that's it. So they're blodge tackle, sidestep, diving tackle, which is pretty terrifying. Not quite the approach that we've taken. Our Blitzers were a lot more involved, let's say.
Well, I think it's more just that your Blitzers are actually Blitzers.
Right.
Hers are more like zone control and markers, because her catchers don't know that they're supposed to catch the ball.
Yeah, the catchers are definitely the workhorses of this team. I'm going to actually, because I can, I'm going to try to show off the brand new skill that we just got, Dauntless.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
When you roll, in this case it's a 2+, and I got it on the nose. Dauntless lets you match the strength of the player that you're punching if you're punching up.
You did it.
So going up 1 strength is a 2+, going up 2 strength is a 3+, going up 3 strength is 4+, etc., etc. So basically that lets me, that basically gives me a free plus strength, so that makes Dauntless a great skill if you roll the dice correctly.
I'm posting screen caps of you complaining in Skype.
About Dauntless?
Yeah. I'm posting them all.
I really would have rather have had Jump Up. I think Jump Up's cool. I think Dauntless is cool too. Like, remember, I was shitting on Frenzy when we picked Frenzy, and Frenzy turned out to be a pretty cool skill. So...
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to be positive this time. Come on, Berg. Positive outlook.
You can try to be positive coming into this game. I'm actually dreading this match. Me being positive and you dreading, those are opposites. It's different, the same side of a coin. What's that phrase? You know what I'm saying. 2 sides of the same coin?
Yeah.
You see what had happened with this match? What?
I have Dirty Player.
Yes! Oh, kill him!
Is this the first foul of the LP?
Oh, you didn't.
Nah, it was really bad. No, it's not the first foul now that I think about it.
No, but it was the most important one.
Right, and that player is still stunned, so, you know, like, fine. It's fine.
You see, coming into this match, after you guys played, Apostate messaged me on Skype and just warned me that this is a hot match. So I've been dreading this for days.
You'll note the first half is like 40 minutes long.
Yeah, I noticed.
It's gonna be a long, hot match.
So when we sat down for this, I grabbed a Dirty Bastard,
okay,
a little something male,
yep,
and I have 2 fingers of Lagavulin next to me.
Okay.
I'm ready for this match.
Is the drinking game just going to be drink every time you feel like it?
Yeah, that's actually the only drinking game I play, because I find any other constraints limit my consumption.
Sure.
Like, the drinking games for, like, the Republican debates...
Right.
I had to just drink whenever I wanted to because there wasn't enough drinking.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, he's safe!
He's badly hurt.
He's safe! Yeah, but think about it. Okay, it's like, did you play baseball as a kid?
Berg, we're not going to go down this path. Apostate, if you didn't know, for those of you who are not following the thread, really, really, really wanted to kill Asshole Tony like real bad. I can't remember why. Just some shit happened. I think you and her got into like some sort of fake, like jokey scuffle. So,
no, there was no joking. No, it's 100% serious. Yeah, no.
I didn't know this was all serious.
It's virulent hatred.
Sure.
Yeah.
So there's actually a lot of tackle on this team. There are 4 players with tackle, and I have 1. I would really like to have more players with tackle, especially playing against elves, but what are you going to do? So actually, going down the rest of this team, she has 2 throwers as we have. One of them has accurate and safe throw, so you know it's going to be a lot harder to pull off those interceptions.
And leader.
And the other one is just dodge, kind of boring. A plus strength catcher. There's, of course, that player on the ground, Phantom, who is pretty scary at plus strength, Mighty Blue piling on. Those are both doubles, and block. So no dodge, which makes that player kind of easy to punch, but that's a scary player. I don't want that player punching players.
I'd prefer if he did start punching players.
Well, sure, you would say that. There is a blodge fend player, and there is a blodge sidestep Mighty Tackle, Guard, Catcher. Those are both catchers, by the way. So that's a lot of 8 movement, very strong, very good pieces.
Yeah, these catchers are weird.
Yeah.
I mean, they're awesome.
They're very good against other elf teams. This is a very good anti-elf team, which is unsurprising.
See, I don't even think it's just elves, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this isn't like the team we saw a couple of weeks ago that was just, like, super catered to, like, the LP team.
Right.
This team's great against elves, but with big 4-strength dudes, you know, a couple of guard or whatever, like, this is a team that could actually hang against real teams.
Yeah, so my team can hang against real teams. There is the philosophy in Blood Bowl where you can say, hey, and see, like, I can't even punch Catherine Hart over there, because it's a -2 because of all these players. There's the philosophy that says like play to your strengths or whatever. Obviously, pro elves are really good at scoring, and we've kind of been taking skills that make me a little bit better at scoring, kind of foregoing defense a little bit. My defense is basically like getting lucky. I have the one strip baller, which Apostate has 0 strip ballers on the team, which is pretty useful. But again, like, we're not playing the game where our ball handlers should not get punched.
Yeah.
But this is very much a team that was like a lot of their skill choices make them good defensively.
Yeah.
As opposed to like there are skills that are good on defense and offense, but this is very much a defensive-minded team.
Yeah, well, her team is giant, manly men.
Sure, yeah, oh, absolutely. More plus strength than we have, that's for sure.
Yep, that's definitely noticeable.
She has all the plus strength and a little bit of plus agility, and we have all the plus movement, though, so...
Yeah, that might make a difference later, but I think right now it's a giant pile of elves, which I think her team's always going to be better at.
So my plan here was, she didn't have any players who could even come close to my ball handler, so I was just going to try to go toe-to-toe a little bit, punch some elves, and then maybe consider throwing the ball to John Wilkes' boot, hand off to Hayberg, throw to John Wilkes. That was the plan right there, but... And we skipped over at the very beginning. The ball landed right in my hands with the Elven Cheerleader, so the Elven Cheerleader is just hanging back. Both Hayberg and the Dragon are in positions to make a throw, should anything happen. That kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping to be able to score this turn, because I'm about to get, like, trash compacted. Pretty hard.
Yeah, this is, the walls are closing in a bit here.
Just a little bit. It's not that bad to get away from. At this point, my eyes are on Frosty and Harlequin, the two diving tacklers. Yeah. Those are the players that I'm more scared of than anything else. Like, if you want to blitz with that Mighty Blow piling on player, you can do that all you want, but I'm trying to move the ball.
Yeah, I don't know. I can see her kind of dedicating herself to the attrition game here, though.
So I actually missed that in the cut, but Harlequin decided to move up on top and top mark John Wilkes' boot instead of Elrond Hubbard. So basically the plan was both John Wilkes' boot and Elrond Hubbard can reach the end zone from here. So they can, in fact, both score from here.
Great. I've never heard you say those words in that order before.
Sure. And so, like, the plan continues to be, as long as Apostate doesn't put people near my ball carrier, just to hang out. Hayberg and the Dragon are kind of drifting, and then just try to get someone in scoring position.
Yeah, it sounds reasonable. I mean, it's Elrond sitting there with 5 Agi. It's not too bad for him to go through the 2 that are there.
Elrond is also 1 SPP from leveling.
Great. More skills for Elrond.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think this is fine for you.
Luckily for me, Apostate decides to top mark John Wilkes' boot instead of marking Elrond.
Yeah.
With the diving tackler, I should say. So right now, like, going through that's a 3+2+2+. That's pretty easy for Elrond.
Yeah, and she used the second diving tackler to just move in and mark... to
actually blitz suicide.
Yeah, she blitzed suicide, yeah.
And so that was kind of fortuitous for me. Otherwise, that could have been a real problem if that diving tackler and say Heke were switched.
Yeah. But this worked out okay.
Yep.
So...
And then, and her lineman, she actually has 2 level 5 linemen. One of them is, I didn't even point it out. I think it's on the sideline. Agus, I don't think is out here right now. Oh no, there he is, marking the Dragon. He's plus agility, nerves of steel, block, and leap. So that's an agility 5 leaper, and that's pretty cool.
An agility 5 leaping lineman? That's pretty fucking cool.
I can get down with that. I can get down with agility 5 leap.
Her other lineman is fucking awesome too. Blodge, tackle, sidestep.
Yeah, that's just a very good player.
Yeah, it's just a giant pile of annoying shit.
Sure, absolutely. So, I got some options here. I'm trying to be careful. I want to throw as many blocks as I can before I spring Elrond free.
Yeah, fair enough.
I also forget about sidestep.
Yeah, you've never encountered that skill. That makes sense.
When's the last time I've had to punch a player with sidestep?
I honestly, I'm not sure that it's ever happened in this LP.
I think it did once.
Yeah, maybe.
And only once.
Yeah, probably the first game with Apostate. That's probably
it. Like, the plan was to punch Aegis with Suicide Tank, just drop some dirty hits on him. But instead, I'll just take the 2DB, like, Rip Guy's in a good spot, so let's do it.
Okay, fucking eat shit, Frosty.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fine.
If I can kill elves faster than Apostate can kill elves, then we're in for a good time.
I think your drive is the only opportunity you're really going to have for that, because on her drive, I think she's going to be more liberal with Phantom.
Probably.
She doesn't have to control as much.
Yeah, absolutely. You can get your line of scrimmage blocks and then start hunting, going for heads.
La Fantoma is terrifying.
Luckily, that player doesn't have tackle, so that's pretty good for me.
Oh, I believed in his ability to fuck up, but he had to...
Nope.
He had to come through in the clutch.
Elrond is just going to walk through tackle zones. Again, of course, the problem is walking into the end zone and not failing the GFI. Also, a scary thing about putting your player, and this is the reason why you don't see people do this unless you really have to, if I fail at any point, Elrond is absolutely surfed.
Yep, but nothing bad happens from surfing. It's fine.
Right, and this should be pretty easy, right? This is a 2+ handoff and then a 2+ and 2+ with 2+.
And Apostate forgot Elrond was at G5, I think.
Yeah, probably not happy with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Turn events. And of course, I already hit my mouse wheel, so that sucks. Looks like we failed the pass, but got that pass reroll.
It's fine. What does it matter?
Heiberg is a great thrower, a valuable member of the team, and I have successfully scored.
Yeah, congratulations. It's an elf game. I think we'll see more of it.
Thanks.
Oh, big ups to Tony, holding it down on the sidelines.
Right.
Holding it down in the cast box.
For the first time in a really long time, we're walking in with all 13 players on our team. So I now have... we're now down to 12v12, for those of you keeping track.
Tony's not even MNG'd.
No, he's not, so he'll be back next match.
You can have him next game.
Right.
So good. He can throw another ineffectual foul and then die.
Instead of playing for... And also, I'm pretty sure every single time for the last, 5 matches, he literally has got knocked out turn 1. If you need any demonstration of why Armor Value 6 double niggled is bad, he's been knocked out turn 1 of every single game.
Also why it's incredible.
Sure, if that's the word that you want to use.
It gives the people what they want.
Right. I guess the people want, 90k of team value bloat?
Yeah. Awesome.
That's a player with a skill who just gets knocked down turn 1.
Yeah, but he's got all the intangibles.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that leadership. He's got moxie.
Right.
He's a real gym rat.
And if you want another, I'm not that I'm... What?
Nothing.
Not that I'm poo-pooing the democracy process of leveling skills, but this is a pretty clear, compare this team to my team, this pro elf team to my pro elf team. We're the same team values, so presumably we can all have the same amount of skills, but it's just, obviously, Apostate has gotten a couple more plus strength pieces, but...
Oh, I thought you were going to make the point that your team's way better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You didn't let me finish.
Democracy's great.
Yeah. You could, this was a team that got put together naturally, was able to fire presumably their units that had... Because we have, 4 players who have some kind of inefficiency, or, what's the term?
Ailment?
Sure, we'll go with ailment.
Why not? No, it's, yeah, but none of them except for Tony are ones that you really would have fired him for, I don't think.
Arguably Elven Cheerleader. If we had another strip baller, maybe not. Because movement 7 on a catcher is kind of garbo.
Yeah, I suppose. But no, I think Tony's the only egregious example of democracy ruining ruining efficiency.
I probably would have fired the loose cannon as well.
Well, yeah, that's just because he sucks.
He's movement 5 and he's a kicker, and he's a lino.
He's garbage.
Yeah. That's true.
Hmm?
So this is a pretty scary... It's been a long time since I've seen something like this.
What?
I'm about to get 2-turned. The setup for the 2-turn is incredibly strong.
Yeah, it's a good skill.
2-turn is not a skill; it's a way of life.
No, okay. I was gonna say for elves, it's a skill. It's in the fine print.
Right.
It's just 4 agi. You can 2-turn now. Yay!
Yeah, that's a lot of Nerves of Steel agility for players.
Nerves of Steel sucks. That's a bad skill.
Berg.
What?
Do you see what I see?
She can score from here.
No. Do you see what I see?
No? Well, no.
Where's Tina Fey at?
Oh god, she's so fast.
If you weren't paying attention, I clicked Tina Fey real quick. Right now, I'm forming in my head the strategy. Tina Fey can reach Wordsmith on a double GFI.
Wow, the New Order stratagem. You should write a book.
Tina Fey can reach Wordsmith on a double GFI.
Well, that's 100% the play, then.
I think I'm ready to spring the play. This is a very bold play. If I succeed in the play...
It's just shadowing and shit, though.
So? It's shadowing and diving tackle.
You know what? You're right. I believe in Tina Fey right now.
The first target is, of course, Aegis, agility 5. If I can get that player on the ground, that will be incredibly useful.
Yeah, and he's fine.
No, he's KO'd.
Yeah, he's fine.
That's great.
I hate this fucking pitch. Just for that reason.
Oh, yeah, this,
because I didn't even notice the bell.
The Norse pitch is the worst pitch. That is not a point of contention. That's 100% true.
I believe, you know, right now, I'm cheering for the Glamatours.
Really?
Yeah.
Because?
Because they didn't actively try to kill Tony this game.
Oh, sure.
And because I fucking hate elves.
I never try to actively kill Tony.
Well, you see, the difference here is, Apostate is elves.
Yeah.
But they don't have Tony.
And they don't have heart.
They definitely don't have heart.
This is the grittiest elf team you'll find around.
Yeah, exactly. Our team, they've got it. They've got that it factor.
Right. And so, like, I'm just gonna... There are many ways the plan can fail. Like, most of them involve just blitzing Tina Fey out of the way because she doesn't have sidestep yet. But if the plan succeeds, I'll be up 2-0 by turn 4, and that'll be fantastic.
I have faith in your ability to fuck something up, though.
That is not unfounded. There's going to be a lot of GFIs that are going to be rolled here. The first one, of course, is probably the most important, which is marking Wordsmith with Tina Fey. Oh, and also, the other thing I need to do to protect myself is... So I need to mark Starlight, I need to mark Harlequin, and then I need to be careful around the middle of the field because the pass to Netcat can happen. Basically, what I want to happen is Wordsmith has to get away from Tina Fey, so you have to blitz away from Tina Fey, or whatever, and then from there... has to actually make the full throw all the way down and can't throw it to a relay. I am committing all of my players to do that because if she makes the pass and she wants to stall, go ahead. But this is I'm putting it all. I'm betting it all on black, and black is Tina Fey. Watch this hot move though. I'm predicting that she didn't have diving tackle set to ask, but then I forgot that it always pops up a dialogue. So, do you think the diving tackle happens?
No.
This is mind games like top level mind games, by the way.
Like, I'm sitting here and I'm looking. I'm just like, you just look like a giant idiot. But
no,
if it works. Oh my god.
Right.
Holy shit! You just next leveled Apostate so hard.
There are so many ways. It could have been a misclick on my end. I didn't say anything, and now like Harlequin could have dodged through, and that's what he's gonna end up doing now is having to double GFI dodge through, that way. Which I guess, actually, that might have been for the best now that I think about it. Because he would have had to do a 3+2+.
She should re-roll this.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because she had to use her movement, though, she could not come in from the side and push away, so Tina Fey still could be staying next to Wordsmith.
Yeah. Tina really needs side stuff.
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, a marker that can just be pushed away is not a fantastic marker.
I mean, I'm actually still just blown away at that next level move.
Right?
That's like you're playing like 4D like Star Trek chess.
I came to play Blood Bowl.
And like she's playing with like a ball and a cup.
Sure.
Like a ball on a string.
I mean, that was a pretty hot move, but to get out of this pickle is going to require a hot move all of itself.
You know, this match I feel has like the real potential for like Big Plays Inc.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's just so much weird stat shit happening in this game.
2000 TV pro elf teams.
The only way it could get more...
So what she's going to end up doing is making the deep pass. Tina Fey was in a position to make the interception. With safe throw, that means the ball doesn't move, but that's still good for me. But the interception does not happen. I would have needed to have rolled a 5, and I rolled a 4 and a 3.
She's not disappointing with the big plays here.
Right, and so the big pass happens. The big pass doesn't fail, and the catch obviously is pretty easy with Nerves of Steel.
Yeah, but now she's going to have to do... She just blocked herself? Oh no, I guess she still has blocks with those elves there. She can hit on the shelf out.
The loose cannon or elf on the shelf can be punched out of the way. Or no. Catherine Hart has already stood up.
Oh, well then.
Yeah, you can't see because of the pitch.
Dangerous.
So Space is going to have to punch.
And she immediately recognizes the problem.
Right. Yeah, you almost stood in your own way there.
Yeah.
You're going to have to punch the loose cannon out of the way and then dodge through. Dodge through Hayberg's tackle zone.
Yeah, and hand off to anyone.
Yep. If you want to score, otherwise you can probably just not score with Netcat this turn.
I think she has to score here.
You do have to score from here. I think it's mandated.
Yeah, I don't think you can try to stall this out here. You have too many elves that can move in, and she couldn't throw blocks this turn.
Right, and like I would like surf Starlight probably is what I would do with my turn.
Netcat.
Instead of throwing the punch, you're just gonna dodge through all the tackle zones and hand off. Welcome to Elf Bowl. Everyone can score from everywhere always.
Yeah, the only way... I was going to say, the only way you could have more fuckery is, like, a Skaven mirror.
Yeah. So if you wanted any demonstration of the fact that this game is, like, this is not Elf Bowl 1.0 anymore. This is Elf Bowl 1.1. The plays are hot. Nobody's rolling ones. The odds of success on that play happening had to have been really, really low.
So at what point does Elf Ball 1.1a come out, and everyone fucking sucks?
That will never happen.
Okay, I was going to say... Because, maybe there's an update, someone, fucked something up there in the code.
Sure.
And, yeah.
No, it would not happen. We'll issue a hotfix if that happens.
Okay.
Luckily for me, this player has Fend, which is actually kind of good, so I can't Frenzy Trap myself. And if I can't knock him down, then whatever. It doesn't mean I lose a point of movement, but I have now pushed a hole through. Oh, and that player that didn't come back, Aegis, the Agility 5 Leaper, that's very useful for my offense and also kind of for my defense. But it means that Apostate's down a player, so there are easier holes through the defense here.
Mm-hmm. I just realized you said you're going to issue a hot fix.
Yeah.
To maintain the hot plays.
Absolutely.
I like it.
It would be the hot plays hotfix.
Oh wow, that's a fancy hot fix.
Exactly. And then of course we're just going to move the squad. The whole squad's moving down here.
Yep. I predict she's going to hit your elves with her elves.
Yep.
And then put elves near your elves.
Probably.
But I'm not a wizard, so I'm probably wrong.
I would bet money on that.
Yep. But no one's dying yet.
What would have normally happened is, if I had a leaper, I would have, on the left side, I would have leapt someone over, but because that doesn't happen, I'm basically dedicated to being over here on the right side.
Check movement real quick.
Yeah, always got to check movement in these elf games. If the last, also, I'm like terrified of Sure Hands failing at basically any point here on these pickups. You always have to check movement if the last turn wasn't any indication. But I guess it turns out that it doesn't matter, because not checking movement just means that you're enabling yourself to do hot plays.
I mean, hot plays are the real essence of Blood Bowl.
That's true. If you're not doing hot plays, then what are you even doing?
Like, let's think about it. How many times have your stupid fucking hot plays worked? And how many times have you failed mundane tasks?
That is actually fair. I can't remember the last time I can't actually remember the last time a hot play failed.
Exactly. Hot plays they have like a hidden modifier.
Exactly.
So
there are people who complain all the time about their dice being awful, and I just think that that is a failure of thought. Oh, also the KO.
Oh, La Fantoma.
Piling on the KO to go for the injury.
She studmanned it.
That's a pretty hot play.
It's such a good idea. I was so happy that I took my shirt off before you started recording.
You didn't know, though, that was going to happen. You're just saying, you were just looking for an excuse to remind people
it was hot. So now I can say I retroactively removed it because there was gaming happening.
You could just say that you took your shirt off. You don't have to have an excuse.
No, there's an excuse.
Okay. Yeah, piling on when you have the Mighty Blow roll, like when you break armor without needing the Mighty Blow modifier and then rolling it over to the injury roll, that's a hot play.
Yeah, no, I'm a huge fan.
Mm-hmm. The risks of failing the KO rolled into Kaz, but it's fine. And I really can't foul Phantom because my dirty player's not here. So
I was about to say, Tony's gone. He abandoned you.
God, I wish I had asshole Tony right now.
It finally happened!
I've said that before in jest, and I'll continue saying it in jest.
That wasn't in jest. That was serious.
You don't know that.
I do know it.
No.
You're finally coming around to our way of thought. He's your favorite elf now.
He's still not my favorite elf, not even close.
New order confirmed, Bird Boy.
I like Elf on the Shelf more than I like Asshole Tony.
That's not true.
I was looking at the list to find the most mundane elf on this team. Actually, it's probably Turbofucker 9000.
You're now fourth in command of Birds Boys.
Like, I was trying to think of the most boring elf that you also don't hate, and that's probably Elf on the Shelf. You might hate him, I don't know.
I fucking hate Elf on the Shelf.
I would have said TurboFucker 9000, but he's great. He's a great member of the team.
TurboFucker 9000. He's the only name that's in all caps. It means he's the loudest on the field.
Yeah.
He's out there. He's yelling commands.
True.
He's yelling Omaha, Omaha constantly.
He's basically just yelling, "My name is TurboFucker 9000."
That's what. If my legal name was TurboFucker 9000, every time I walk into a room, I'm screaming TurboFucker 9000 has arrived.
It's like, yeah, we know TurboFucker. We know you're here. Hello.
I know I've had class with you for 6 months, dude. Calm down.
Both Frosty and Harlequin are over on L. Ron Hubbard, and that is. If you were afraid of L. Ron Hubbard scoring, you have now sealed him in a tomb of despair. John Wilkes Booth is also... Oh, that's my... I already used that modifier. I already said that we had the Tube of Despair.
Yes, no, we discussed it at length last week.
Did I just say Tube of Despair again?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, no, that was Suffering.
It is Tube of Suffering, yeah.
This is the Tube of Despair.
And then somehow I was unable to articulate my point, and people thought I was literally going to play a hot dog as an instrument in the band.
That's really good. If you haven't seen that fan art, you should go look at the fan
art.
Oh,
it's so good.
That was a pretty hot -2 dB as well from Spez.
Yeah.
Not that play doesn't really affect too much, even if you fail that. I have a couple plans of attack here. I think I want to score early to make Apostate try to score early again to give myself a chance, maybe. Like, stalling doesn't really help me at this point, unless I can stall for like 3 turns. So I can give the ball to Rip Guy and run away, or I could dodge away Suicide Tank and stand in the end zone to score.
Still always call him Rip Guy.
Yeah, that's who he is.
He's not.
He's Rip Guy who died.
Oh, I was looking at Rip Bottom's game. I actually thought Rip Guy who died had died already.
There are too many Rip players.
I forgot about him.
You thought Rip Guy who died was not on the team?
I thought he was dead.
He's movement 9 and has guard and wrestle. How could you forget
pointless.
about that? I really need to get him more levels.
He's fucking garbage. That's
Imagine how great he would be.
If he wasn't an elf?
Yeah.
Like, if he... You know what? He'd be a great gutter runner.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of a shame that we gave him wrestle that early.
Yeah, it doesn't really jive with the rest of what he's got now.
No, he would if he had, I don't know, leap, that'd be dope. A leaping 9 movement guard player.
Yeah, then he just needs, like, sidestep.
Yeah.
Oh, he'd be a turbo fuck.
At some point, he would get block and dodge, maybe, because, like, if you don't have block and dodge, you just get knocked down over and over.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking he could be like that, like on undead teams, they always have, like, the utility ghoul.
Sure.
Like, whatever ghoul winds up with guard, they just give him blodge and sidestep and just hope he never dies.
Absolutely.
He could be the same thing. But better.
It would be great if you rolled doubles, and then I would actually campaign for Stand Firm. So here I misclick a little bit, and I'm just doing a fancy dodge for fun.
Ooh, 9 oops.
And, by the way, I'm completely ignoring Elrond and John Wilkes Boo. They can both totally be surfed. Not John Wilkes, because he has sidestep, but he can totally be surfed if this fails. But it's not going to fail, because I'm going to do the patented stand in the end zone again. A play that I don't actually think that I've done until this match.
You had to have done it at some point. We're 26 matches in.
I don't believe so. Also, I stood in the wrong spot. Hayberg is like right where I want to be to make this a 3+. And because Elven Cheerleader is so slow, I'm going to have to do an extra GFI to make this a 3+ pass.
Oh my god, see, if we should have fired Elven Cheerleader.
You are the one who is very heavily campaigning to keep Elven Cheerleader.
That's true.
Actually, Elven Cheerleader is so... With Zanzibar being gone... Oh, dear. Okay, it's fine.
Oh. Fuck Suicide Tank. No, actually, I can't even hate Suicide Tank that much.
Yeah, he's the dopest elf. He's the freshest elf on this team.
No, because he was always, like high on my list of hated elves.
Uh-huh.
Like, he was clearly below Zanzibar, Tina Fey, and Elrond. But he was a solid number 4. As time goes on, I'm liking him more, though. He has a fun skill build.
Yeah, I have a feeling that that string of about 10 matches where he just failed like every frenzy block, that probably he went up in your opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
Like making me upset. It earns big stock in Berg's love.
Well, yeah, and at the same time, it's good from your perspective because he's basically like one of those crazy D&D players that sits there and like rolls out the ones from their dice,
right?
And then like saves like 20 of those dice that have rolled 3 ones in a row, and they're like, it'll never happen a 4th time. Like, it's their secret dice stash.
Yeah.
That's what he is for you. He rolled out the ones.
The way Asshole Tony is a voodoo doll for, like, pain.
Yeah. Suicide Tank, he eats up all the ones on the not getting punched part, on the doing other stuff part. He's a voodoo doll just like Tony, just in a different way.
It's like that time against Ogres where I rolled 5 ones in a row and didn't end my turn.
Yeah.
Except for that was with Tina Fey. Never forget.
I fucking hope she dies.
Wow, that's pretty rude.
She's number 1 on my hated elves after Zanzibar's gone.
Tina Fey would be easily the second best player. Actually, Tina Fey's probably the second best player, but with Sidestep, Tina Fey would probably be the second best player.
Look, I actually like Tina's archetype. I like that kind of player.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like when
just sticky. Sticky is all hell.
Exactly. Like I've had a couple of skinks that got lucky enough to become like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just, diving tackle, block, 3 strength, whatever, just through whatever madness that allows that to happen.
Right.
They're so much fun.
Yeah.
It's just such a huge monkey wrench. And they wind up eating all the blitzes, always.
Oh, yeah.
But now what's her plan?
That's a good question. It's turn 6. All of the dangerous players are in the back.
Oh my god, it's turn 6?
Yeah, right?
Oh, I'm sitting here thinking it's like turn 16, like we're almost done.
No, not even close.
Oh, not even close. Whew.
Plays will continue until morale improves.
Okay. Kill Tina Fey? Nope.
No.
Tina Fey will never die.
Nope. Just push.
But I was sitting here looking at Harlequin hitting Tina Fey, and in my mind, I was just like, she's frenzy trapping herself.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm so used to Suicide Tank.
Right. It's been so long since we've had a Blitzer Blitz who doesn't have frenzy.
It's just weird.
Nothing wrong with John Wilkes Boot. He's been desperation blitzing, but
we need to get him levels.
He's a blodge player, and I have so many of those. Yeah, I got him blodge, and I kind of like stopped feeding him the ball because I was like, that's good enough for now.
He's my second favorite player on the team.
Mm-hmm. So. There are plenty of players who could use some levels, and I think John Wilkes Boot is definitely one of them.
I kind of hope that we just give him Dirty Player next level.
Please don't. So this could have been really scary. If Elven Cheerleader had a second point of movement, I could have done... Well, I guess I couldn't have quite reached from here.
You're really harping on Elven Cheerleader's bum leg.
I'm just saying, there are plays that can be made with a strip baller who has wrestle, and that requires being really fast.
7 movement's still pretty fast.
I hate to continually bring up the... I can't remember what specifically was it. The smashed ankle?
Yeah.
Is that always the minus movement? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's turn 7. Luckily for me, Harlequin decides to step back, and that just kind of means that at this point I'm preparing to fight off the Apostate's turn 7 play, and maintain the screen. I actually think, crazily enough, it's possible, and this is actually pretty useful. Just doing the wrestle, I'm okay with that. I actually think that it's possible for me to maintain a screen and keep the elves from getting in a position to score.
I think that's wildly optimistic.
Is it, though?
I think so. I think this half ends 2-2.
Sure. That is a fair thing to think. So my steps towards making that happen are going to be to mark Netcat. If Netcat wants to punch me, that's fine. Netcat has guard, blodge, sidestep, and tackle. So that's a tackle player who can punch Tina Fey, but at the same time, that's a movement 8 player who is not running into my half.
How is Aegis still out?
Oh, Aegis keeps rolling really bad on the KO rolls.
That's so disheartening. I want to see that line elf just style on your fancy elves.
Not gonna happen.
There's a second half, and there's presumably going to be many more touchdowns in this game. It's probably going to happen.
That player could just keep being bad. I'm going to mark Dodger with the dragon, again hoping that like maybe a punch gets thrown. Either way, it's going to be a little harder for Dodger to get into a good scoring position. And like at this point, there are players who can be blitzed like the dragon or Tina Fey, but if you blitz those players, you can't get through my screen. And there's kind of a path through on the shelf, I guess, but Phantom and like DevGirl are like the only players who can really get in scoring position.
Yeah. I actually think she could probably make a decent, well, I guess after moving them, no. I was going to say she might actually be able to do a halfway decent sideline move here.
Mm-hmm.
You could then screen out really hard, I guess, if she went for the sideline, but...
Like, Tina Fey is there and hopefully stays alive. If you want to go towards the left, you maybe try to blitz John Wilkes Boot, and he can sidestep into your life.
Actually, thinking about it, I actually think a sideline cage might be the best move for her here.
Mm-hmm.
If she gets the ball to Wordsmith, is going to have safe throw anyway, so even a screen isn't really going to do too much.
Right.
As long as she keeps a couple of players wide.
And so that's 2 more players who are now not going to get in scoring position, and that's great for me because she rolled double ones on the Armor Value roll.
Yeah. Oh, that's bold.
It looks like the ball is just going to sit right in the middle of the field. I can't really do anything about this. But again, I'm just literally looking at this as here are a number of players who cannot be in scoring position now. It's turn 7.
Yeah,
And so I'm in my mind games. My thought is I'm going to mention the fact that I would really like to be able to leap in there and punch the ball to maybe make her think conservatively, or basically I'm trying to play the mind games of don't get a player in scoring position. Don't think about the turn counter.
You're trying really hard with these mind games today,
right?
She didn't stud man this time. Coward.
The stud man didn't happen. That's actually smart if you're gonna run Phantom into scoring position, but you're not. You're gonna run him back.
What?
And so now at this point, the only player who could get in scoring position is Spez. Wordsmith can maybe get there with double GFIs, but would have to like run all the way to the left and dodge through tackle zones and stuff. But he does have dodge, I think. No, he doesn't.
Nope.
So he's gonna be there, and now you have one player who has to move.
Yeah, I think she could have played this turn a lot better.
Probably.
But
unfortunately for me,
all you have to do is hit Spez.
Yeah. Yeah, if I can get Spez to the ground, which luckily I have both my wrestlers back here for this very reason, all I have to do is take him to the turf. Perfect.
Wow, the game wants you to take him to the turf.
Yeah, and so the mind games worked?
I don't think the mind games worked. I think she just forgot.
The mind games worked?
Okay, the mind games worked. Who am I to argue with success?
Thank you.
That's whatever.
And so then, of course, the last thing to do is just to punch elves.
Yep. Punch some elves.
Mm-hmm.
I like it when the elves punch each other.
Sure. That would be a turn ender. I'm just going to use my reroll because it's turn 8, and who cares? If I was playing super safe, I wouldn't have bothered punching Harlequin. I kind of forgot about it. Whatever. He still can't score from there.
Still can't, even with the double GFI?
Nope. And so then I'm setting up to keep Harlequin from punching Elrond. At this point, I'm kind of not thinking about where Harlequin is. Like, the smart thing would have been to, So he's actually, Berg?
Yeah.
He's actually a square away from being able to double GFI and score.
Yeah. Yeah, I just noticed that. I was just sitting here counting.
I probably should have marked him a little better.
Yeah, but, this isn't fumble.
Yeah.
I've literal character markers is what I was thinking.
Right. Oh, well, sure.
I mark the shit out of things.
And at this point, I still don't really see it. I'm busy thinking of... So the hot play there is to pile up catchers next to Elven Cheerleader and chain push Spez, who can then stand up and stand in the end zone and you can pass him to. I'm waiting to say that because I don't want... She can still theoretically do it, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm waiting until the blitz happens. Like, totally not even thinking about the fact that you can chain push Harlequin into scoring position. It's kind of a weird point of attack. I think you have to dodge through... Or no, I guess you can run all the way around. So...
This is a fucking hot play.
Yeah.
Off of mistake. So I like it a lot.
Yeah. I was not even thinking.
You weren't thinking? No.
I was thinking about I was too caught up in the wrong things. We'll put it that way.
Pile it on. Kill Elrond.
You, of course, pile it on.
100% fucking hit. Oh, yes!
Oh, dear.
Yeah! Oh.
That's still not good for me.
No, it's really bad for you, but it could have been so much worse.
I just lost the catcher, and I also lost my best player.
Yep. Rip. And she can score.
Yes.
All she needs is a double GFI and the 2+.
Yep. With the reroll in hand, so...
Yeah, it's not looking too bad.
I have made a grave mistake today. I realized as the handoff was happening, I was like, oh.
You have fucked up now. Now you fucked up.
I fucked up.
Now you fucked up.
I have fucked up.
Mm-hmm. It's alright, we can't win them all.
That'll do it for the first half of Elf Bowl 2.1, or 1.1, I'm sorry. We'll see you guys for the second half.
Bye!